everyone, welcome back to my channel Genius Minds. In today's video, we are going to learn the another example of cytoplasmic inheritance. We are going to see the maternal effect in snail. So, as you all know, the cytoplasmic inheritance is taking place due to the passage of transmission of cytoplasm from mothers to offspring. So, during this course, along with the cytoplasm, whatever the cell organelles are there, and along with cell organelles, the mRNA, the different proteins all get transferred to the progenies. And the progenies show some different characteristics which they are getting it from their mothers. So the same example we are going to study in the case of snails. So let's get started. Now when we talk about snails, the snail exhibit two different type of coiling pattern, that is dextral and sinistral. So if this is a rough sketch of snail, so you can find snail in two different coiling pattern. So can you see? The dextral one is known as right-handed coiled snail. So can you all see the coils are towards the right hand side. Here the sinistral one is the left-handed coiling pattern. Now, usually mostly this dextral pattern is seen. Since it is a dominant one, it is represented as capital D, or in heterozygous condition, it could be capital D, small d. The sinistral one is the recessive one, so it is represented as small d. Now, it is seen that irrespective of the genotype, the progeny's phenotype, whatever the progeny's phenotype is there, it totally depends upon the mother's genotype. Progeny's phenotype depends upon the mother's genotype. No matter what is the genotype of progeny is there, the phenotype will be totally dependent upon the mother's genotype. So let's see how it is happening. So the main reason behind this is that this mRNA and the proteins which are coming from mother during the embryonic development of the snails. So during the embryonic development of the snails, the coiling pattern starts forming during the embryonic stage itself. So it totally depends what genotype is coming from the mother's side. So based upon this genotype, the coiling pattern start taking place over there. Now let's see how it is happening with the help of a simple cross. So here in this case, if you will look, we are crossing two different parents. So let us consider this as mother and this is the father. Now if you will see here, capital D is crossed with small d. So according to the nomenclature, it should be dextral and this one is sinistral since it is a recessive one. Now when we see the FN generation, we are getting capital D small d, heterozygous condition. So it is going to be dextral. But now here we are not going to look the progeny's genotype. We have to see the mother's genotype. So the mother's genotype is capital D, which means the progeny phenotype will be dextral. That means a right-handed coiling pattern will be seen in this progeny. Now let it more clear by seeing the F2 generation. Now when we are crossing this FN generation, that is F1 is crossed with Fn. So here if you will see, the parents genotype are the capital D, small d. Now if you will see in this case, what are the different progenies we are getting are capital D, capital D, small d. Now according to Mendel, what should be the genotype of this one? Dextral. But this one, since it is a recessive, it should be sinistral if it follows the Mendelian inheritance pattern. But as I mentioned, in maternal inheritance, it follows non-Mendelian inheritance and the progeny's phenotype will be totally dependent on mother's genotype. So here if you will see, mother is dextral. So no matter what is the genotype of progenies is there, all the progeny will have dextral pattern of coiling, which is the right-handed coiling pattern. Now when we move on to the third F3 generation, so all the progenies, if you're self-crossing this one, so whatever the progenies genotype is there, all of them will have dextral pattern. Why? Because the mother over here is dextral. Similarly, all the progenies will be dextral. Now in this case, what do you have to see? You have to see mother's genotype. Okay. So now students, here if you will see the F2 generation, the mother's genotype is small d, means what? The progenies will have small d type of protein, which will result in the sinistral coiling pattern. Here, why it is sinistral? Because the small d genotype codes for sinistral protein. So, the F3 progenies will have sinistral type of coiling pattern. Now, if you will look into the F4 generation, all the progenies coming out of this small d will have sinistral type of coiling pattern. So, can you make out the difference over here? Here in F2 it is dextral. Why it is dextral? Because the mother's genotype is dextral over here. Why this one is sinistral? Because the mother's genotype over there is sinistral. So, in order to get the progeny's phenotype, we always have to see mother's genotype. So, this is what is happening in the maternal effect. Whatever the proteins or the mRNA are coming from the mother's side, they are responsible for producing whether it is dextral coiling pattern or sinistral coiling pattern in the embryonic development itself. That's all for today's video. Thank you very much.